Did you guess what today is? Did you? Did you? No, not yet. Today is my birthday. OMG. Yes, yes. Woo-hoo. We having a party up in here. Crazy, crazy girl, huh? Welcome. Welcome. Today's my birthday, and I want to take this day to share with you what the past year has taught me about myself personally, professionally, as well as spiritually. It's been a journey, and I am so glad that I woke up this morning and was able to be blessed with completing another year. And by the grace of God, beginning a new year, so there's lots to celebrate. This month is going to be a month of celebration because it kicks off with my birthday. And then I have also the celebration of the day that I consecrated my business to the Lord, the day I registered my business 6 years ago. And so it's going to be a great month for me. I'm celebrating the whole month of March. Yes, yes. So I want to give you and share with you. I see we have someone. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Godmother. Awesome. Yes. So what has been this journey been like? Oh my goodness. So personally, if you've been following me for quite a while, you know that my whole topic of the main theme of topics for me is faith, right? And it's easy peasy to hold on to your faith when things are going smoothly, right? And you are relatively content. It's a whole new ballgame. Then you are going through a trial and you are praying for God to bail you out, but it's not going the way in the time that you want it to happen in, and it certainly doesn't look like it's going down the way you want it to go down, right? And so I have faced a situation this past year, and to be fully transparent with you, I am still in the midst of it. But do you want to know the crazy part? I have so much peace. Even though I don't yet know, I can't yet see how everything is going to work out in my favor. But, but I know that it will all work out for my good and for his glory. So another great thing that I discovered about myself this past year, this one is going to crack you up. I love and crave human connections. This is coming from an introvert who loves her solitude. Can you imagine that? Yes, it's like, who would have thought that having a pandemic and being, restricted to who you can meet with in person will bring out all this love and this craving for human connection in an introvert like myself. But it's true. Every weekend, I look forward to going and hanging out with my dad at my dad's place, where I get to see my siblings, even in passing. Because, teenagers, they're all in their teens now and they have their own thing going on. They don't want to hang out with their big sis. Yeah. But I get to bed in front of the TV with my dad, and we get to pick on each other. And he grumbles at the actors and criticizes them as we predict what's going to happen, right? So I have a blast doing that with him as we, just enjoy that time we get to spend with each other. In addition, this one is another big shocker for me. Even though no, can't really say so because I've been building up to this level in my life. But I get excited to jump onto a couple of Zoom networking meetings with Bang, this organization, well, a group I should say, called Bang, and another organization called Leading Ladies Can Network. And that's like, Wednesday has become like a strong networking day for me. And so I get to enjoy meeting people, new people on these calls. And I have personally connect with a few of the ladies as well. And so that has been a great experience. Like I've always been, virtually networking, right? But it's still virtual in a way, but we are seeing each other and we're talking to each other, so it has a different sense of community and sense of getting together. This next part is a little kind of like, but it is a good note as well. In the midst of this past year, I lost a close friend to me, right? Who, and it was quite a shocker, right? He's pretty much around the same age as me, a bit older than I am, and we totally weren't expecting it. However, I have come to appreciate life and death in a whole new way. I have come to appreciate more the concept of living in the moment, and that in everything under the sun, there's a season, there's a purpose, right? There's a time to be born and a time to die. Like today, I'm celebrating the day that I was born, right? But then there's going to come a time that I'm going to die, right? And while we still have another day, when we get to wake up and we get to open our eyes and we're still here, we should live to the fullest, pursuing our purpose. Otherwise, what's the point? Right? What's the point? And when it's our time to go, be at peace with that. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not, because I know where I'm going, and it's a whole lot better than the world that we live in right now. Everything in this world is temporary, it's gone. But the work that I get to do for the kingdom, that is eternal, right? So I refuse to fight to hold on to something that is here one moment and gone the next. I'm choosing to fight to do the work that will leave a lasting impact. That is what I'm going to hold on to. That is what I'm going to take with me throughout the rest of this year and onward, right? Professionally, whew, I did not think that I was going to make it to celebrate 5 years in business, much less to be on my way to celebrating 6 years this coming March 7th. But I am. Yep, I am. When I started my business, oh my goodness, I was so clueless. I was clueless. I had no idea, absolutely no idea what I was doing, what I was going to do, or any of that. I just followed the prompting that I received from God and registered a business, right? But what I've discovered in the process of building a business, it is not easy. I don't care which guru tells you, hey, you can get a six-figure income in 0 to 30 days flat. No, business is not easy. And it's more difficult when you do it not knowing your purpose for doing business. And for me, it was also not doing it in partnership with God, right? That is what I discovered this. Well, I could discover that in 2019, the end of 2019, going into 2020. But I learned that when I started to shift, and I had my moments when I kind of veered off, right? And they will end up chasing the rabbit hole after rabbit hole, right? And they led me to nowhere other than to be left feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, or disappointed, right? Have you been there, done that? Yeah? No? Yes? Maybe so? Well, that has been my journey for a good chunk of the time in my business. But some people ask, but now that you're doing business with God, does that mean it's easier? It's smooth sailing? Heck no! Heck no! No, there's not smooth sailing in business. You have your ups, you have your downs, you have your moments when things are going really good, and you have your moments when you're like struggling to get by. You have your moments when you're so frustrated. You have learning curves. You've got to learn something new, and you're like, how do I even figure this out? You have all the different things, these aspects, depending on what kind of business that you're called to build and what that does that even look like. So no, it's not easier. It's not smooth sailing. The difference is that now, instead of being filled with all those negative feelings of, overwhelm, frustration, and disappointment, I'm more filled now with hope, faith, and his peace that surpasses all understanding. I'm learning now to focus. Yeah, focus on keeping the main thing, which is the mission that he's given me, which is to disciple other kingdom minded business owners. That's the mission. So I'm locked in, I'm focused, I literally have it right in front of my eyes on a daily day to remind me daily of what the mission is, right? And so in business, yeah, there's lots there's so much to learn, especially when you start off alone. When you're solo, I should say, as a individual, because I don't consider myself alone anymore. I used to brag that I was a solopreneur, but not anymore. Um, so when you're the only one wearing all the hats, it is a struggle. It is an absolute struggle sometimes to trying to figure out all the different pieces that you got to put together to make this whole thing run smoothly, right? But it does happen. Eventually, it does happen, right? So, yes, it's been a journey for me professionally in my business. And I am glad that if, by the grace of God, if I make it to 6 years, I will look forward again to another year and another year and another year, as many as I am blessed with. Now, spiritually, my faith continues to grow. It continues to grow even in the midst of experiencing some challenging financial times. I'm in a season of learning to let go and trust God for his supernatural blessings. I'm seeking truly to embrace a Matthew 6:33 a lifestyle where I'm seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness and not worrying about anything else, because all that I need, he promised me, he assures me that it will be added on to me, right? And so I truly want to step into a new level of walking this out, you know, because it's not always easy. But when you're looking at your bank account and you're looking at your needs and uh, and they don't kind of match up, you're like, but I can tell you, when you have peace, knowing that he is going to provide for you, that he's your provider, makes everything so much better, right? So much better, right? In addition, I've opened up my heart, my mind, and my soul to pay attention intentionally to what God wants me to do, what He wants me to know in this season that He has me in right now. And I'm seeking to silence the voices of all those that are not aligned with His word. Right? I've specifically aligned myself with spiritual mentors, right, in my life who will help me grow in my spiritual walk, right? I've learned that the more time that I specifically spend, especially growing my spiritual um, life, my spiritual well-being, right? Because that's the life source of me, right? The life source of you, right? The more that I invest in growing that, there's a trickle effect, right? And all the different areas in my life are greatly and positively impacted as a result of that. So, by the grace of God, I am looking forward to making every single day count. Every day that I wake up and I'm blessed to be able to open my eyes and plant my feet on the ground, I'm going to make that day count. And I am, and if God, by the grace of God, He grants me many more years. I plan to continue pursuing my purpose right to the end. There's a saying that, oh my goodness, just popped into my head. Uh, but literally, it's like, you're not you're going to the to heaven, you're going to the end worn out because you did everything right up to the end. Like you continue, it's just, you didn't stop, right? So I plan to do that. I might have a worn out body, but a pumping spirit in me, right? So I have an invitation for you. If you are like-minded and you want to grow your your journey, you want to grow your mind, your heart posture, right? Then I invite you to sign up for our free coaching, right? The link is in the description of this video. And this week we are doing a coaching series on being empowered by women, by biblical women, right? The lessons that we can learn and take away as a result of who have gone before us, right? Who better else to give us the cream of the crop, the good examples, right? So I invite you to join us in that. But yes, I am oh, honey, I am celebrating. I am celebrating for the whole month of March. Yes, yes. Today I start off all the March barns. Yes, yes. So thank you so much for constantly showing up. For those that watch me here live, for those that watch me on the replay, for those who watch me all the way in the States, all the way in Barbados, all the way in Africa, and all over the globe, wherever you are, thank you, thank you, thank you for following and staying tuned with me. I so look forward to these moments, and I will look forward to sharing with you again by the grace of God next week, Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till then, I want you to have a super blessed day. Take care.